Why is it so difficult for us to talk about it?
Cause, man, nobody ever wants to talk about it.
But why? Talking is everything. That's why we have a mouth.
That's why we have a mouth. Well, since it's so difficult for everybody to talk about it,
I think we should set the example.
For sure.
Welcome to You Better Talk About It podcast. I am your host, BP.
And I'm QG.
And we about to show y'all how we talk about it.
Because you better talk about it.
Exactly.
So let's get into it for real.
Yeah, like, what's the problem? Like, why can't we communicate? Like,
right.
We have so many ways of communicating and we still struggle more than ever.
Right.
Like, I feel like back in the day, it was letters, right? And telephones. We have social media, texting, voice notes, like leaving messages, FaceTime, and we still struggle to communicate.
Yeah. And you know what? I really think that this is not even like because of the times. I really think it's just because as people, it's difficult to talk about it because there was always a fear of being misjudged and not heard. Like from my own personal experience, right? I've had plenty of situations with different people where I would always be talking and no one was ever listening. So now I went into a mode where I don't want to talk. I can't talk because if I do talk, I'm not going to be heard. I'm not going to be understood. I'm just going to be misunderstood, actually. Yeah. And it's nothing worse than being misunderstood when you think that you're saying what you might need and what you want very clearly. That hurts if you're not being heard.
Yeah. Definitely leads to a lot of, like you said earlier, mistrust. It leads to a lot of confusion. I think it's fair that when we communicate, we may not understand each other, but we respect each other. But we don't do that. Like we don't listen. I think we talk about communication so much, but we don't listen. And I think not being aware or abiding by those things, that's how people build anxiety. Like a lot of people have anxiety communicating. Like when people try to talk, like even public speaking, it's not just, for a lot of people, it's not just the fear of, oh, it's people in front of me. It's the fear of what you just said. I'm not going to be understood. People are not really listening to me. People are judging me. All the things. Like we all forget that we're human. And the communication is a need and a want for everybody.
Absolutely.
But we forget that. And now, because of all that and experiences similar to what you just shared, now we have anxiety.
Yeah. And like having that anxiety, like you said, that prevents you from speaking and speaking your truth and living in your truth. Of course, that leads to being a lack of confidence.
Yes.
But then all of that can tie into someone only listening to respond to how those words make them feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what prevents people from listening as well too. It's like you're not actually listening to what the person is saying. You're just being triggered by certain words. And it's making you feel some type of way. So now your thought process about whatever that person is saying, it's not even actually being processed.
Right.
All you know is they said that I did something wrong. And now it's like, I don't even think I did something wrong. So now you're on defensive mode. Or now they on defense mode. And I was like, now it's no one is listening. Everybody is trying to argue their point.
Right.
And it's really just at the end of the day, I'm not wrong or right, and you're not wrong or right. I just need to say what I need to say because it made me feel some type of way.
Right.
And I want to get it across. And that's a big thing. Like, that's a huge, huge, huge thing. People listen to react.
Yeah.
Versus to listen to understand and comprehend what is actually being said.
Or just respecting, too. Because like what you said earlier, but if we respect each other's words. And I think, too, even when communicating, being descriptive is important. So, for example, like I know sometimes me personally, I can get really passionate about something. So I often tell people like, hey, please don't take this offensively or don't take this as an attack towards you. I'm just passionate. So, and I just need to let this out. I think that's a big part too, because sometimes like when people come at you that way and they don't give that disclaimer, well, now we're getting reactionary. Like, oh, you yelling at me, you coming at me strong, you speaking strong, you clapping your hands, you stomping your foot. Like, Now we get into an argument. Now we're not even listening to each other. When some people are just passionate about whatever it may be. Like even like sports. Some people just get really passionate. They really get into it. That's their energy towards it. But that doesn't mean that they're attacking you or coming towards you. But at the same time, you as a person, you got to know yourself and give people those disclaimers for clarity.
Yeah. And then in order to do that, you have to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You have to be vulnerable. So like, for example, whenever I am upset and I'm having an argument with somebody, the only reason why I'm getting loud is because I feel like I'm not being understood. And I get to clapping my hands. I'm definitely, like that's definitely me for sure. It's not because I want to snap at you. It's not because I'm just, honestly, it might be because I want to slap you. I ain't gonna lie. That might be a little something. You know, that might be a little something. I might want to slap you.
We're communicating, not getting violent.
But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a violent person. So I'm talking with my hands and I'm talking with so much emphasis. And like you said, I'm passionate about what I'm talking about because I'm not being understood and I'm not being met with that comprehension because I'm giving that to you.
Yeah.
That's the whole other piece of it as well too. I'm consistently communicating with people on a daily basis as clear as possible because I know what it's like to not be understood. So because I know what it's like to not be understood, when someone is talking to me, I'm giving you my undivided attention. And if I don't understand something about what you said, I'm going to ask, so what did you mean by when you said this, and this? Clarity. And people are afraid to do that.
But that's clarity. Because, I mean, we can misinterpret what somebody is saying. Like, one word had 5 different meanings.
For sure.
Literally.
Because you can say, okay. Or you can say, okay. Or you can say,
okay.
Okay.
Literally.
Or you can say, yeah, okay. Like it's so many different ways you can say one word. So you gotta ask that for sure. Like it's too many different ways you can say one word. Like I'm trying to think of another word right now, but we can go on that all day.
I mean,
long.
even impact, right? Impact could be positive and negative.
True.
Like it can go both ways.
True.
It's bisexual.
It can go both ways. You funny. So it go both ways. His hands. Everybody can get them. No, I'm playing. I ain't violent.
Equal opportunist.
Separate but equal.
But yes, like I think you brought up a very great point as far as like asking for clarity. Like that's so important. So many people hear like one word and that just triggers everything. Wait a minute, it's possible for you to misunderstand what was just said. It's possible for that statement to go over your head, and that's okay. Like it's okay. And honestly, if you're communicating with a person that's not accepting of that, let it go. Let it go. Like, if I communicate to you and you try to make me feel bad, all right, bet. That's how I'm going to take that. Like, it's cool. We ain't even got to talk again. We cool.
If we can go on and on about, like, certain different scenarios, but then what it comes down to is just being able to be aware, one, of yourself and aware of the situation. Being aware of the situation. Situational awareness. So, it's like, for instance, got another example, right? It was this dude. It was this guy. And I went out with him like once. No, actually, I went out with him twice. And it just wasn't, it just wasn't there. I just told him, like, I ain't really, I'm not really interested in this. Like, it's okay. It's all right. Couple months go by. I see him. And at this point, he's inebriated. He's drunk. He's intoxicated. So I'm peeping, saying, I'm like, okay, I see he feeling a little, he feel good, right? So I just say, hey, how you doing? Walk straight past him. That was it. Now, as the night progressed, and as the more liquor was being pulled up, he starts to approach me a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, what's up? I don't understand what it is when it comes to women, and they say they want a good man. Oh, brother, here we go. Okay. So let me listen, because he now, he got liquid courage. Let me listen. Let me
And he about to set himself up.
And you about to set yourself up. But I mean, let me listen. Let me go ahead. So he gone. He talk about it. He said, I thought you said you wanted a family, and I'm a good guy, and I'm all of this, and I'm that, and you want to do this, but you want to go skate. I skate.
What?
So he's saying this like, basically like, he a good dude. Why don't you like me? That's basically what he's saying. So I had to break it down for him. I'm like, I didn't even really break it down. I had to say, like, just because you like me doesn't mean, or doesn't guarantee that I'm going to like you. Mm-hmm. Just because we had a cool time and a good time don't mean that we're compatible with each other. See, I could break it down a whole lot more for you, but because you are intoxicated, whatever I'm saying, you're not going to be able to hear. Right. So I'm going ahead and head out this conversation. So after I said that, you could tell it flew right over his head. He was like, now you want to walk away from the conversation? I just told you. So you have to be aware of the situation. You have to be able to know how to walk away from the conversation if you know it's not going to end up going well. And I'm saying that to say people don't talk about it because they're afraid that they have to stay in the conversation just because the conversation is being had. Yeah. You don't have to stay in it. You can say, hey, either I don't have the capacity for this conversation right now, or I see that you don't have the capacity for this conversation right now, so I'm going to go ahead and remove myself. Yeah. And people are afraid to do that. Yeah. I think it's realizing people communication styles too, right? Like sometimes, and I guess this is the benefit of being an educator, because I am an educator. And so I know how to teach things multiple ways. So I've learned that, okay, I do this way, this person may not get it. But if I do this another way, that's what it takes for them to get it. Mm-hmm. I think that's important too, because you have to learn who you are communicating with. True. If you have a business partner, dealing with your coworkers, in a relationship, long-term friendships, you have to learn how to communicate with one another. Mm-hmm. I think that's super imperative. Like there's some people where texting works better for them, right? Like I've had some people, I'm like, that say that, I'm like, well, you got the wrong one, because I'm not about to sit and type my life on the phone. Like I'm not typing a novel to break down and explain what's going on. I'll take the time to talk to you on the phone. I'll even take the time to meet with you in person. But I'm not sending long text messages. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that now we get negative. We just understand, all right, this is not going to work. So then we're not going to work. I'll send you a text here and there. Hopefully you good, but we're just not going to be able to be close because of the communication differences, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be negative. You ever heard of the bird style test? Describe it. So basically it's a test, and it's about communication style. So this is how, when I was working at a company, telecommunications company, what we did was we did this thing called a bird style assessment. So we would give everybody this test. And at the end of this test, you have 4 different birds that you could possibly be. Mm-hmm. So one, it was a peacock, which is very vibrant, a very extroverted person. Like you thrive on being praised. Like, like a peacock. You know what a peacock do when they're trying to make, they spread and they show they do their thing. Cool. Right? Boom, that's a peacock. You have an owl. An owl is one that can analyze data and can take in data and communicate that. So that's somebody that's data driven. So then after that, you have a dove. Doves are more soft, more soft spoken. So the way that they communicate is a little bit more soft. Mm-hmm. You can't approach this person with a very direct way of communicating because they're more softer. And then you have eagles. And eagles are the direct communicators. This is happening, so you need to do this, and that's it. That's it. So what we would do is we would give the team that assessment so we can know how to coach them. And I've applied that to a bunch of different people in my life. Like, I know I can't communicate with this girl right here direct because she's a dove. So me being direct, she's going to take that as me as an attack. She's not going to hear what I'm saying because that's not how she takes in information. That's not how she communicates. I know that I have to talk to this person right here. I got to give him a little bit of a cookie first. I got to praise him for a little something in order for me to get a result. Mm-hmm. It might kind of sound just a little manipulative, just a little bit. But once you know what you're working with, you know how to work it. That goes based off of what you're saying. Like, you got to know who you're talking to. Exactly. and how they communicate.
And I've had to learn that as a leader, like as an educator, as an entrepreneur, being in management positions. Like I've had to learn that. Mm-hmm. Like me, honestly, I'm. Let's get to the point. Like I'm very much so like that. Some people take that as for sure.
Your ego,
for sure.
I'm like, a peacock.
Like I can be like, it depends. See,
it can switch off
because sometimes, like in business, I'm thinking of time. Like so, sometimes I'm like, I know I may have a deadline. You have a deadline. You have certain expectations. So I'm just like, okay, let's get to the chase because I'd rather take time to discuss whatever we need to discuss at hand about the project versus some people like to do small talk for 10, 15 minutes. And in my head, we got work to do.
What's the task at hand?
Yeah, work like, first, play later. This, like that's very much so my mindset. But I've had to learn like, well, sometimes that's easier for people, and it helps people be more vulnerable, right? Because as we're talking about communication, in order for it to be effective, we have to be detailed, we have to be transparent, we have to be descriptive, and when that's not happening, when we just cut into the chase, you're missing a lot. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I've had to learn like, okay, this needs to happen this way, or some other people like. When they get to know you, right? When they get to know you, they're like, okay, I understand. It's cool. But other people, oh no, you hurt my feelings. Mm-hmm. I'm offended. I'm assaulted. Now we get negative and it's like, you just. So I say all that to say, like, you definitely need to learn who you're talking to and how you speak to them in order to be effective. But communication is something that should not be skipped because that's the only way for things to get better. Absolutely. Like there is no other way for things to get better. Mm-hmm. When you're not communicating, it leaves a lot of room for assumptions. It leaves a lot of room for error. It leaves a lot of room for confusion and frustration. And like we talked about earlier, it builds anxiety. Yes. So that's why I don't understand with people like, why don't y'all like to have like for things just to be smoother, for things to be easier. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's not saying when something needs to be communicated, that doesn't mean it has to happen right now. Right. It's okay to plan. Like, hey, can we talk tomorrow? Can we talk next week? Hey, I'm not in the mindset. Or what the great point you brought up earlier. I don't have the capacity right now. That's totally okay. Mm-hmm. But it's like to constantly avoid. Yeah. Avoid these communications. Like, it's so many people that are just like beefing over nothing. It's crazy. Yeah. Simply because they ain't got to call me first. They ain't got to text me first. Like, at the end of the day, what's most important is that the problem is being solved, that we're on the same page. Yeah. But that's what people got to take their ego and their pride out of it. See, like, it becomes easier to communicate when you leave that at the door. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You leave your pride and your ego at the door. Mm-hmm. Because when you step inside of this room, when you step inside of this space, all that matters at the end of the day is the understanding between you and that person. Right. So I feel like, and what I've seen is when it comes to communication between anybody, any two people, they are already coming in it with the ego, right? Yeah. Yep. Because I feel right in this way. Mm-hmm. I feel like you did me wrong in this way. Or I feel like this person don't understand me in this way. So they're already coming in with that. Versus just saying, hey, or just versus even talking to yourself and say, okay, I value this friendship, this relationship, whatever it is. Right. So what I need to do is I need to check my ego and my pride before I enter this conversation. Right. Before anything else, because the conversation is for the greater of good, for the relationship. Now, on the other side of that, what people have to also be okay with is if you're the only one that's doing that in the conversation, you have to leave it there. Yes. You have to be okay with leaving it there. Like, you have to be okay. It may hurt. It's gonna hurt. You may need to heal from it. It's gonna hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, like, I need emphasis on that. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel some kind of way. You gonna have a lot to say. You're gonna be mad, upset, all the things. But I'm telling you, you get over it. Because it's for the greater good of you. Like, that's what it's about at the end of the day. If you continue to communicate and that other person is not meeting you halfway, you are burning yourself out. Mm-hmm. You are dragging yourself through the mud. Nothing positive is coming from that. Nothing. Like, you literally have to pay attention. Because some people, they don't communicate on purpose. Y'all got to remember that too. On purpose? On purpose. They do not communicate. They don't want to. People think it's power in the silent treatment. And it's not. And it's not. Like, that's not cool. No. Like, giving somebody the silent treatment to teach them a certain type of lesson. And it's like the person don't even know that they even got a lesson that they need to be taught. Right. Right. Like, why would you even do that? Like, if they know, then that's different. Well, true. Because sometimes people do be knowing what they be doing. They do. They do.
This ain't nothing to put nothing past nobody. Y'all ain't that slick. Y'all might be a little slick, little oil slick, maybe here and there. But that's just them feeding off of people, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Now that's manipulative. Yeah, that's gaslighting. That's all of that stuff. But we ain't talking about them people. We talking to you guys that are here with us, and you want to do better. You want to get good.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure, 100%. Like, yeah, you got to separate that.
You got to separate the people that's worth the conversation and people that's not worth the conversation.
Because I know me, I don't like repeating myself. Like, y'all gonna hear that a lot. You got 3 times. Maybe. Depending on the severity of the situation.
Me, I give you, I give a person 2 times, right? 2 times. I give a person 2 times. The first time, I might not have said it in a certain type of way because I'm caught up in the moment. And now I'm going 100 and a 60. So I'm not
$100.
I'm not getting 100 lashes. Like, that might be what it is. But eventually I'll get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm just in a moment. I have to take a step back and I have to say, okay, that wasn't communicated the right way the first time. So let me go ahead and do it a second time. That's why I'll give 2 chances. Because I know the first time I ain't do my best. I ain't do my best. I'm new here. I just got to this mindset. I just got here. So I ain't do my best the first go around. So I'll give you that. Okay, cool. The second go around though, because I gave myself the space to rethink everything and communicate it better. That way in hopes that you will understand it. Because it's not always guaranteed that you will. In hopes that you will understand it. And then after that, I decide if I'm going to leave it where it's at or if I want to continue to work on it. Either one. But I know I'm not going to have that conversation again. But don't be surprised you get burned 3 times.
I'm very much like J. Cole.
Fool me once.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign. Those who shout the letter blame on you.
For real.
I'm very much. Every sentence he said, I live by that.
For real.
I live by that. That's it.
Period. I mean, you ain't wrong. You definitely not wrong. You definitely not wrong at all for that. Because, 3 times. Like, in any sport, you got 3 strikes, you out. You feel me? Like, it's a rule of thumb everywhere. Like, honestly. And I feel that. And people have to get to the place where they feel comfortable with not giving so many chances. Yeah. And that involves people's hearts as well. Because I like to believe that there are more people out there with good hearts than bad. It's just people out there with the bad hearts just make it,
ruin it for everybody.
Ruin it for everybody. But I like to think everybody essentially has a good heart. Yeah. And they make it bad, and they make it worse for everybody. Yeah. But that's where your discernment kicks in. Yes. That's where that kicks in. Yes. But
your intuition too, because your intuition be telling you.
Definitely.
A lot of people just don't listen.
Hey, that's what I was just about to say. You gotta listen.
They don't be listening.
You gotta listen.
They don't be listening. They don't be listening at all.
Listen to yourself.
And I'm guilty of that. It's people I've been friends with for 10 plus years and shouldn't. It's people that I should have dropped you when I said. And that's on me. I ain't even mad at you. Because that's on me. Yeah. Like I said, 2 times. I can't put the blame on you because I allowed it. Yeah. I allowed that.
It was a choice at that point.
Exactly.
But it was a choice with your heart.
Yeah.
And that's why I also can't blame you. It was a choice you made with your heart because of how you felt for that person. Yep. And it's like, I can't sit up there and I can't say like, damn, you a fool. You a damn fool. Keep like, that saying like, you better than me. Like people say that all the time. Yeah. And it's low key calling you stupid. But honestly, like.
About the 4th, 5th, 6th time. Hey! You talked about this in 2012 and it's 2026. Come on, bro.
You asking
what
for
else?
it.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to call you at this point. Like,
you just stupid.
And so I don't offend you. I change the conversation. Well, there's some people that they relationships. Bro, you've been talking about this for 5 years. You see that wall, right? Is that like a lilac, like a lavender? I do that. I change it into something. That is my warning for you. That's my warning. Like, bro,
I can't stop. I'm at the place where I can't do that. Nah, I can't because because I'm so straight up and like direct now. if I got a friend that keep going through something over and over again, I'm like, hey man, this your last time telling me about this. Any other time after this,
But people still gonna push it.
Where?
They still gonna push it.
I'm hanging up. I'm hanging up.
What you gonna do if you in person?
But I'm gonna walk away. What you talking about? I got feet. I got feet. You can bleep that out. I got feet. I'm gonna beat my feet. It's time to go. It's time to bounce. Because I'm not finna do this. Man, listen. I'm gonna say it's like her. And this ain't no disrespect to her. If I don't do that with my mama, what makes you think I'm gonna do that with you?
Preach. Rewind.
If I don't do that with my mama, what makes you think I'm gonna do that with you?
Facts.
And you might not even know that, but still, like, no. You can't. And the whole, like, going back to, like, communication, why people don't talk about it, and people don't talk about it because they're afraid they're going to keep giving people chances over and over and over and over again. But the thing is, you just have to trust yourself and lean into yourself. And it's always going to come back to self. Yeah. That's going to be a continuous thing throughout this entire podcast. Sure. It's always going to come back to yourself and your mindset. It's always going to come back to that. You have to build that up in yourself to say, okay, I'm going to be okay. I need to be okay to just walk away. No matter who or what it is. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's all.
So on that note, how can we do better? How can we do better at communicating? How can we do better at having boundaries when communicating? How can we do better at being descriptive, giving chances, like identifying people? How do we talk to them? When do we talk to them? Like these who's, these what's, these whys. Like, how do we do that? How do we get better at that?
Well, of course, like we said before, it all starts with you.
Yes.
It all starts with you.
Yes.
You have to identify what you will and will not tolerate from different people because it might change depending on the person. So you have to identify what you will and will not tolerate when it comes to communicating with those people. So it's like, okay, you got this one friend that always fly off the hinges when they upset. And that always make you feel some type of way. Yeah. So what you have to say is, and what you have to be comfortable with doing is saying, hey, I know this how you talk. So I'm not here to change you. But once you get to talking like that, don't expect for me to listen. That's the boundary. Yeah. Now, if that person is your friend, they're going to abide by it. They're going to be a little more aware. Because now that's bringing awareness to them. Like, they might not even know that they even talk like that. Or they might do, but they don't know how to control it, don't know what to do with it. But they know that they got you as a friend, as a boyfriend, as a girlfriend, as a coach, as a coworker, whatever that they value, how they value. They're going to say, okay, well, so-and-so told me when I get to talking like that, they're going to walk away. But I don't want them to walk away. So let me make sure that I don't. If they do that, that person is for you. That person should be around. If they don't, you know what to do. They're going to keep talking like that. Now you at the point, and now you're going to get to a space where you say, okay, they get to talking like that and I'm walking away. Now is how many times am I going to walk away? You're going to get to the point where it's just like, I'm no longer going to put myself in a space to have to walk away.
Right. Because it's only affecting you at that point.
So that's the number one thing.
Yes.
I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think to piggyback off what you said, I think it's like those boundaries too. I think sometimes people rush into conversations, right? True. Like, oh my God, people do that with me all the time. Just jump right into their personal business. I just learned your name. Why am I hearing about your marriage, your baby kids, the side kid? Why am I hearing about all this?
Because they don't have a space to talk about it nowhere else.
I get that.
You might have been the first safe space.
I didn't agree to this.
I know. You didn't.
but that's still a part. But because when we talk about anxiety, I mean, that's still a part of that. Everything that you go through is not meant for you to discuss with everybody. And then too, like I said earlier, you got to give disclaimers because that could be heavy and that could be a lot for somebody. And now you feel rejected. Now you feeling some kind of way. You feel unwanted. Your anxiety when communicating with people is building. So it's still, it's both sides. It's still some work you have to do, some effort you have to make when you are communicating with other people, right? So it's like, work your way up, give disclaimers. Yeah. You know, because some things can be really heavy or very triggering. And some people don't want to know you on a personal level either. Like, for example, at work, I'm very much like that. I can't stand when a coworker comes. No, you are a co-worker. We are not friends. We're not. No offense. We not. I believe in genuine connections, which means if it's meant for us to have a conversation, it's going to happen naturally. Yeah. Not when we're supposed to be in a meeting and we're supposed to be talking about the project at hand, and now you're forcing this personal conversation. This isn't the time or the place, which means it's not natural.
Yeah, true. You just forcing it.
Exactly.
You just forcing it. So another thing that we can do better is listen.
Yes.
Well, actually, just put yourself in a space where you're like, okay, whatever this person wants to talk to me about, I have to put my feelings to the side for a little bit so I can understand what they're saying. And that's really it. Once you take the defensiveness out of it, you will be able to listen more.
Yep.
So if somebody is able to do that, they will be able to listen and they'll be able to enter that conversation back and forth because now that guard is down.
Right.
Because the other person is probably coming in the conversation already feeling like this person about to be defensive. I don't even know why. So let me take my guard down and let me just say, okay, let me listen.
Exactly.
And comprehend.
Yes. 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 I love that.
So that was a good start as to why you better talk about it.
Right.
That was a
y'all
good
need to talk. Stop the silence. Yeah. Silent era is over. We gotta talk. We gotta do better. We see what's going around us.
It's 2026.
Yeah. What's going around us, what's happening to us personally is all because we don't communicate.
Yeah.
We're not effectively communicating. It's time to change that.
Absolutely.
And you don't know how that's cool because you got us.
Right.
You got us.
For sure. So what you can do is, of course, you can like, comment, subscribe. On what platform?
Wait, she said you can. You better.
You better. You right. You better.
You better share.
You better share.
You better subscribe. You better engage. You better tap in to You Better Talk About It podcast. We on Instagram. We on TikTok. And we are on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Ready to help you do better and to talk about it.
Absolutely. Every single episode, come be talking about mindset, talking about self-awareness, talking about self-help.
Yes.
Now we talking about a lot of different influences, a bunch of different things. This is just regular conversation between two friends. You feel me? So what you can do is you can drop in the comments if you ever felt like you couldn't communicate, what you do feel like, what you do need in a conversation to feel like you're being heard. And we gon' hear you. We gonna hear you. We gonna give you that space. So tune in with us every single week.
Yep, for season 1. Tap in once again. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You Better Talk About It on all platforms.
All right, it's been your girl QG.
It's been BP.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Yep, you better talk about it.